Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Tailgate podcast. With the latest news and fantasy football insights are your hosts, Howie and Will.
And welcome to the Fantasy Tailgate podcast with Howie and the Will.
Did you call me the Will?
I did say the Will.
What's up, everybody? It's the Will here. How's it going?
If there's the will, there's the way.
I used to work with a guy that did a variation of that every time he saw me that I will not say on the air. And I was like, oh, come on, dude. Every time, really? Jeez. Yeah. Nice to see you too, man.
And I see you're supporting your Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Got the Kelly Green, Jason Kelsey on here today. Got the
And of
Michael
course-
Vick in the background.
And of course, I'm supporting the Buffalo Bills. Hey, honey, you want to give me my Buffalo Bills hat? Okay, she said no. Never mind.
That's all right, man. Go Birds.
It's a Buffalo Bills all the way. That's my pick. They're gonna beat
They better
the
beat the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
They better beat the refs. Chiefs. Sorry.
Beat the refs. Yeah, that's what they're gonna need. They're gonna need to beat the refs. They're in Chiefs
Pretty bad when
Stadium,
even
too.
the entire Houston locker room is talking about, well, we knew what we were facing going in here today. And there
We
you
knew
go.
the people. We knew the people we were playing were the ones in stripes. Oh,
Now you got your Bills gear on.
yes, I do. That's what I remember. Mike Holmgren saying that after the Super Bowl against the Steelers. I knew we were going against the Steelers, but I didn't think we were going to have to go against the guys in stripes too.
Oh yeah, that Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, the Super Bowl that
Yeah,
people complain. I mean, I don't complain
the
about
one
it.
that
We
the
had,
Steelers won.
yeah, we could have possibly beat them if somebody caught the ball in the end zone instead of dropping it. There
Well, I
was
mean,
a
that
play.
too.
There was a play where Jeremy Stevens dropped the ball in the end zone. I believe it was Jeremy Stevens.
I haven't heard that name in forever.
Federal Way Public Schools is calling.
For Jeremy Stevens.
No, it's probably something's up with one of the kids.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Anyways, so basically weekend games. There's some pretty good games.
She's fine. It's just bad.
Yeah, some surprising outcomes.
Yeah, it's like Washington. Oh my God, how good is Jaden Daniels?
She was
He is
complaining
so
she
good.
didn't take her
Like-
Benadryl this morning.
Every team needs to get their quarterbacks on VR training
VR training.
because apparently it's working.
See, yeah, Jaden Daniels is just. I mean, he's on fire.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's so good.
if he's not the
He's got to be
if,
rookie of the year.
if he's not the rookie of the year, he NFL, you got it wrong.
Yeah, at least offensive.
Offensive rookie of the year, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he should be
I
in the
think-
top 3 of MVP too.
I think defensive rookie of the year should go, and I'm not, okay, I might be a little biased, but Quinyon Mitchell, if he does not get defensive rookie of the year, like the NFL's smoking crack. Like that dude has been a shutdown cornerback all season.
The no
As a
fun league always smokes crack. I mean, come on.
Fair point. Look at you, Roger Goodell. We are not claiming that Roger Goodell smokes crack, okay? Or maybe we are. I don't know.
Maybe eats crack.
Anyway, I am not going to keep that going like I want to.
All
Let's do it.
right.
This could get real weird real fast.
So we got the Chiefs and the Bills and Washington versus the Eagles.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Where's the button to make noise?
What noise?
Oh, you don't have it where it goes.
No, I don't. Trying to interrupt us. Shame on you. Okay.
Yeah, we got a NFC East matchup, and then the team nobody wants to see in the Super Bowl versus the team that it's
Deserves to
about
be
time
in
they
the
get to
Super Bowl,
fucking
yeah.
Super Bowl.
How scared are you?
You want my upfront Eagles answer? You want my true answer? Because those are two different things. Huh?
True answer.
I'm a little scared.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared.
Look at what they did the last 2 games.
Yeah. And so after the last game, I was thinking, like, okay, if it snows again, I'm kind of scared. But Saquon had like 200 yards on the ground in that game, so I'm not really scared if it snows. It's Jaden Daniels, man. Like, he's just looks so good. That whole team looks good.
And if you've followed the show from the beginning, you guys know my stance on this. If they make the
Redskins.
Super Bowl, Washington does. If Washington pulls out the victory, pulls out the upset,
Mhm.
they need to come in with the full Redskin gear. Redskins,
Have
Redskins.
They all just come out in fucking headdresses.
Well, not that good gear.
I was thinking, fucking dude, Super Bowl, like
Or-
come out of that tunnel, full headdress. Like, don't fully like shit on the culture, but like respectfully.
I think maybe they should just do something subtle, like a sticker on the helmet with the old Redskin logo. Just a small
dude,
one
like
in the corner.
Like the college sticker style.
Yeah. Just put it in the back. Like,
Yeah.
nobody,
Yeah.
you know, they might get fined later for it, but
I was gonna say, I think that entire organization, I think a big part of the whole Redskin name, they're trying to get away from the old ownership because they were just pieces of trash.
right.
Oh, I think they're just trying to get away from that part of it, and like the name is just another stepping stone in that process. So like, on one hand, I get it, but then on the other hand, like we've talked about it before, dude. It's a tribe. They're okay
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah. It's like they're okay with it. I mean, they're even trying to petition to get it back.
Mhm. But I don't think we're gonna have to worry about it because I still think the Eagles take this game. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think if history repeats itself, Jaden Daniels, the team's luck is going to run out. Jaden Daniels might still have a great game,
Oh yeah,
but the luck might just run out on him, and you got just they just lose. You know,
Yeah.
might be by like maybe a missed field goal.
oh yeah. I think it's gonna be a close game. Like I think it'll be a good one.
You think it'd be a defensive close game or a?
I think so. Yeah, because I mean, Philly's defense right now. I mean, the score from last week doesn't show it, but Philly does have a really good defense. But so do the Commanders.
Yeah, so that might come down to Saquon Barkley versus Jaden Daniels.
I was gonna say, but then again, like I mean, we still have Saquon Barkley. So
Yeah, I mean he's killing it.
oh yeah.
How
do you feel about going up against the Chiefs?
You know, we've gone up to. I say we, but whatever. We've gone up against the Chiefs so many times, and we've won during the regular season against them. Haven't won in the playoffs against them. Times now.
Josh Allen is what 0-4 against Mahomes in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, yeah. I think they should get them this time. It's got to. It's got punched through. God damn it!
They gave them their only loss on the season because I'm not counting that Week 18 loss that the Chiefs took because that's Week 18. Nobody cares. So they're the only team that's beat them this year. So.
Yeah. You know, I think. Yeah.
I think the Bills take it.
I think the Bills take it. And unfortunately, they'll probably play against the Eagles, and that's going to be a good game. It's going to be me versus you if it turns out to be.
Oh, I know.
It's like we definitely have to get together for Super Bowl that day.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely be watching the Super Bowl this year. I didn't even really watch it last year. I wasn't paying attention, but this year even if the Commanders make it, if it's Commanders Chiefs, I'll still watch it because I want to see Jaden Daniels try to beat Patrick Mahomes.
I had your dad over last year for Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I chose to work because I didn't want to watch the game. Yeah, I didn't care.
And him and Sandberg came over, and we had food, and did kind of a little party. But
I wasn't sure what we were gonna do. Yeah, we can talk about that later.
yeah. So let's get into the first segment of the day. Since and I guess that might be the only segment. But
I
This
did.
might-
So I did pull up our shotgun guys. If we had time, might be kind of fun to see like
review,
where they actually finished, how they did, kind of thing.
that
if we
would
have
be
time.
cool. I would like to see that.
Okay.
So let's see if we got time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about our MVPs fantasy wise. And we both
Yeah.
did a little different process to get these, so they're going to be way different than each other.
Yeah. Well, and like, so each of us picked 3 at each position.
Yep.
So like tight end, once 3 are gone, you're kind of stuck with the rest of it. So like some of these are just kind of, okay, they're not actually an MVP, but of what was left, these were the best guys that I saw today. So there's some stuff like that.
I'm going to be honest with my tight end MVP. I just picked the top 3 guys from the end of season point rankings.
And that was pretty much the top 3. But yeah.
I was like, and I was, to be honest, I was like, I did so much with the other stuff. I was like, I'm tired at this point. And tight ends,
I
they're
had to
basically
sift through some dirt to find my tight end options.
I mean, hell, I could easily just say, you know what? Austin St. Brown is the tight end MVP because they're basically wide receivers. You know,
that is Amon-Ra St. Brown for those keeping track of accurate names.
oh, I spelt it wrong.
Austin St.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
There you go.
What the hell? Why did I
Sun
spell
God is Amon-Ra,
Austin?
not Austin, dude.
I must have had the TV on and I heard something about Austin and it just popped in my head right when I was typing it.
At least you had the letter right. It started with an A.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll do what everybody else says. Autocorrect.
Oh yeah, it was autocorrect.
It was autocorrect. So, you want to go first, or?
Yeah. Do we want to go 1 and 1? You want me to just go through all mine?
I just
Like
go through all
at one position.
All at one position. Let's do all 3 of
Okay.
them all at once, and you explain your process and tell me why.
Yeah. So I'll start at the quarterback position. So the way I looked at this was I charted out where each guy was drafted ADP wise, and everything I used was from shout out to Fantasy Pros. I used all their information, and then I looked at where they finished at the position at the end of the season and who had like the biggest discrepancy, for lack of a better term. So basically, who you got the most value for, most bang for your buck. My first one is Joseph Burrow because he was drafted as the QB7 at the back of the 6th round, and he finished as the QB3. He didn't have a ton of games that he really let you down. He was a top guy most weeks, and like I said, you got him in the back of the 6th. So,
and he was on fire at the end of the season so much that the Chiefs let the Bronco Bills get a playoff spot because of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so take week 18 out of it. Week 17 and back, he was the quarterback 1, 11, 10, 3, 11, bye week 2, 1, 1. Like, the dude was on
Oh my God, he was on fire this year. I mean,
yeah.
you almost can't get a better quarterback besides that.
Unless you waited until the beginning of the 14th round and took the quarterback 21 off the board, who finished as the quarterback 4 in Baker Mayfield.
Oh, yes. He just missed my list.
Yeah, so his worst finishes on the season were 27, 23, 28. Other than that, he was a top 16 quarterback the entire season, including week 18.
Baker Mayfield, I mean, I think he found his team. I mean,
oh, yeah.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers fits him so well, and he's done so well. Stupid Browns.
That is such a bad organization just as a whole. Sorry,
Yes.
Browns, but you know it.
Come on. And now you're stuck with paying a quarterback that's going to be out another year.
Well, yeah, because he like messed up his injury again or whatever the hell he did.
He won't even play in 2025. That's if he's going to be even. He's probably just going to need to retire, and you owe him all
for
that
sure.
freaking money.
And no team is going to want to pick him up. Like, as a backup, maybe. But no team wants that guy. But that leads me into my third quarterback.
Right.
Drafted as the QB 23 at the back of the 16th round. So maybe undrafted, depending on your league. Finished as a QB 7. And that's a rookie, Bo Nix.
Rookie. A rookie quarterback.
Now, he had great games where he was the quarterback 2, 3, 7, 2. But then he also had ones where he was 26, 29, 27. But then he was always around that like QB1, QB2, 13, 14, 15, 15, 18. So like you were hoping for the big game, but it never completely happened. But he was still solid every week.
That just means he has next year to break out.
Oh, yeah. And second-year quarterbacks. Like,
this was just, rookie season. I'm just going to do it. And second year, boom, you're going to have your big games.
Right.
So that's your quarterback position for you.
Yes.
I will do my quarterback positions now. And what I did, I took the top 5 in fantasy points players, and then I used their ADP, their touchdowns, their yards.
Okay.
And they're also their rushing yards too. And I took all that. I had a lot of numbers I was dealing with. I took all that into consideration, and then I just picked 3. But the one that had the most points and the most touchdowns was well, no, he did not have the most touchdowns, but he was close to the person who had the most touchdowns. But the most points, the most yards, and that was, well, no, he didn't even have the most yards. What the hell am I thinking? Okay, he had the most points. He had the most rushing yards, I think.
Okay.
But whatever. Those are the considerations. I don't need to go into detail. I'm sounding like a freaking fool. But Lamar Jackson is my number 1.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson, he was awesome. He scored the most. I mean, the most points is the points for you that he scored for fantasy. And he had the most points as far as quarterbacks go. So that's what really put him over the top. And he was
I think if the Ravens won that game against, because they played the Bills, right?
Yeah.
Last week. I think if they won that game, Lamar probably would have been MVP talk. They didn't.
And he was drafted overall 38th, which is after Josh Allen. So it's like, not this crap again.
Are you there, Howard?
Can you hear me? Back in. Looks like we're still recording.
Okay.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay. So back to what I was saying.
Yes.
Okay. So I have Lamar Jackson at my number 1. He had the most points. Rushing yards, he had a ton. Passing yards, he had a ton. A lot of touchdowns. He had 41 touchdowns, over 4,000 passing yards.
I think he had over 5,000 total yards, including his rushing.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't have enough room on the paper for the rushing yards, or else I would have put that. I should have, but whatever.
Yeah, I know total yards, he was over 5,000. So whatever he had passing.
Josh Allen is my number 2. I toyed with having Josh Allen. I also it's also my personal choice too. So I just, based on the numbers, based on where they were drafted, I was just thinking, like, who's the Lamar Jackson, is it?
Yeah.
Josh Allen is number 2. And based on where he was drafted and everything, Jaden Daniels was number 3.
See, so you got your stuff into the show doc before I did. I saw Jaden Daniels. I was like, God damn it, Howard! I wanted Jaden Daniels. So yes, I agree. Jaden Daniels is the true quarterback MVP in my mind, just because
Yeah.
he's a rookie. Nobody saw it coming.
Jaden Daniels is just good.
He's so good, and it kills me to say that with him being in the same division as the Eagles, but like he is really good.
Yeah.
Hopefully he stays good, but as an Eagles fan, hopefully he falls off a cliff. Metaphorically speaking, not literally.
Well, you know.
Or
All right, running back. Running back.
Jesus Christ. All right. So running backs. My first one. So same criteria I used for the quarterbacks. My first one was the running back 37. He finished as the RB12. You got him in the middle of the 9th. That's Chase Brown. I think most people saw, what was it, Zach Moss? Was he the main guy in the preseason? I thought he was going to get everything, but
Yes.
that was not the case.
Nope.
Chase Brown just friggin' surprised everybody.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. And then another guy, people thought a rookie was going to come in after he got off of IR, but he didn't, and it's Chuba Hubbard. Went at the end of the 10th round, RB43, finished as RB15. Jonathan Brooks just couldn't get healthy, and Chuba just killed it. He had some pretty not so good games, but like when he did have a good game, he was top 10.
Yeah, you gotta also think about the Tailgate team he was playing with.
Yeah, he's pretty much the only thing they had.
Yeah.
So he kind of had to be good. And then my last one.
I like this one.
Went mid to late 14th round. So some leagues he might have gone undrafted. He was the running back 53, finished as the running back 14, and that's Bucky Irving.
I like that you got a rookie on number 3 on both of your lists so far.
Oh, yeah, I do, don't I? Well, next one, I got 2 rookies. So.
I guess so.
He didn't have a crazy amount of great games. So, like, he was number 1, number 3, number 6, 5, 9. But other than that, he was like 20s. He had a couple games where he was in the 40s at the position. So, like, he hurt you sometimes, but when he was good, which was a decent amount of the time, you were happy to put him in there.
Yeah, I like Bucky Irving.
Oh yeah, I like him going forward for next year too.
So, all right, mine. Mine is more like the quarterback's more up front. But like we said, we did it 2 different ways.
Oh yeah,
he did more of a intense. I don't know, intense.
I did more of a value MVP.
Yes, value MVP
on it. You just went straight up like, no, these are the best dudes.
Yeah,
which, yeah, they are.
So, my number 1 is obviously Saquon Barkley, because he was obviously the fantasy MVP at that position, because he's won a ton of championships with people.
Well, yeah, when you're going for 200 in a game a couple times, like
I mean, and he damn near beat the record too.
Yeah, it was like what 105, 101
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, and it his philosophy on it. He was like, he didn't even care. He was like, yeah, we're
so towards the end, like actually beating the record, like he wanted it, but he also respects Sirianni and the coaches and all that stuff. Like he gets it. Like he'd rather have a championship.
Right. That's what I mean. He still wanted it, but it was like, yeah, but this is the best part. This is for the team.
Oh yeah.
This is for the team.
How much do you think he not necessarily regrets, but might change his answer in that game against the Giants where Sirianni came over and was like, hey, you're a few yards away from breaking your single game personal record. Like, do you want it? And he was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
If he would have done that, he would have been closer. They might have put him in and let him get it,
Yeah.
but whatever.
But yeah, Barkley was just awesome. I mean, and my second guy was another guy that came from another team that had success on the other team, came from another team and helped his team win on a weekly basis and scored you a ton of fantasy points too. And that's Derrick Henry, the true
Yeah.
Yeti.
So good. And people were
And
doubting him just because he's getting older. He was coming from a different team and everything, but
right.
yeah, no, they were wrong.
Kind of said the same thing about Barkley too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then the third one, I believe he's a rookie, or is he a second year guy?
I don't remember who you picked.
I don't know. I'm horrible. I'm not. Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh, second year, I believe.
Yeah.
Let there be light.
Okay. Well, I'm recording. So yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, he was awesome. I mean,
And it's crazy what he was able to do with most of the season. He also, the same team had freaking David Montgomery, and he was also great.
yes. Yes. So it's like, yeah, those are my running backs. I like
If
Gibbs.
David Montgomery would have stayed healthy the rest of the season, he probably would have made my MVP list with the season he was having too.
It's just too bad he couldn't do anything to help out them to get past the Washington Commanders.
I'm still baffled by that game, but like not at the same time. It was like, of course you would, Detroit. All right, so
yeah,
moving on to wide receivers now, yeah.
wide receivers.
All right, so this one I have two rookies, so I'm gonna start with the guy that's not a rookie. Got him as the wide receiver 31. He finished at 6 at the position. Got him in the early 6th round. People were down on him, and we've been talking about Jaden Daniels. It's Terry McLaurin. Freaking got a quarterback in there, and oh look, he's good again. Took him a little bit to get going. First 5 games of the season were kind of hit and miss, but like he was pretty solid after that.
And that's your number one?
No, no particular order. I just
okay.
He's not a rookie, so I just got him out of the way because my next 2 guys are rookies. Rookies.
Okay.
Yeah. So my next guy, being a rookie, got him at the beginning of the 9th round as the wide receiver 44. He finished number 12. Ladd McConkey. And like he never had crazy like gigantic games. Like he finishes at the wide receiver 2 and the wide receiver 7 were his 2 highest games, but like he was just solid all year. Like I said, you got him at the beginning of the 9th, so you got crazy value on him. And like I think I ended up dropping him in a league towards the beginning of the season, and then like I wanted him back, and I couldn't get him, and I kind of regretted it.
Okay, and he's also on a team that's once again has issues.
Oh yeah, and that is a run first team.
Yeah,
but when you have J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, like they're good running backs, but like they're not top tier. So like you're gonna still have to throw the ball, and he's pretty much all they had.
Okay, real quick on the Raiders, I heard on the morning that it's a possibility that Pete Carroll might go down there.
I heard that. I heard. I saw Richard Sherman talking about it.
Yeah, and they were also talking about how likely or what kind of likelihoods it would be that Pete Carroll tries to recruit Russell Wilson to come with him.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. It'd be crazy.
But
that
according
would
to
be
Russ,
kind of cool to get Pete Carroll and Harbaugh rivalry back together, just in the
I
AFC,
know in the AFC West.
Yeah.
But Russell Wilson, from what I understand, was talking about he was on Pat McAfee's show.
Okay.
He's already in negotiations for a new contract with the Steelers.
I would not be surprised if they brought him back with the way he played this season.
It's just the last 4. Well, like we keep saying, it wasn't really his fault. When the wide receivers are dropping his balls, you know, dropping the balls thrown to them.
Easy, bud. It's a family podcast.
Yeah, I know. Family, we click explicit every time.
No, literally family. You're my uncle. I'm your nephew.
Oh, okay.
I just came up with that. I'm sorry. That was a bad joke. Jesus Christ. All right. Anyway, we got anything else about Pete Carroll?
No, we can move
Okay.
on with yours.
All right.
With your next.
My third wide receiver, another rookie. You got him at the beginning of the 10th round, so you got him even after you got Lad McConkey. As the wide receiver 49, he finished at number 4, Brian Thomas Jr.
Yes.
All he needs is a quarterback, and dude is going to light it up. Like I'm really excited about Brian Thomas next year, even with what's his face? I don't remember. Trevor Lawrence. Jesus.
I'm really excited about him too because he's on my maximum effort team.
Oh, you got so lucky.
I don't know. For next year, I'm kind of stacked at wide receiver because I got.
So I know Marvin Harrison was like the big rookie wide receiver. Then there was Malik Neighbors, and nobody was really talking about the other guys. Brian Thomas or Malik Neighbors, your like top second-year wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like nobody saw this dude like being as good as he was. Of course, nobody saw Marvin Harrison being as bad as he was.
I don't know exactly where I drafted him at in the draft, but I'm pretty sure. Well, I didn't have a first-round draft pick, so obviously I couldn't draft him. But I probably got him in the second or third round in our rookie draft.
You said maximum effort.
Yeah. Oh.
I will look up
that
that
guy's going to look that up.
I was going to say, well, if you want to continue on, I will look up that.
I will talk about my wide receivers. Yep. The first one, he kind of goes with your number one quarterback, and that is Jamar Chase.
Yep.
And he just had a great season. He caught 127 passes for 1,708 yards.
Damn.
And he had 340 fantasy points, which was the top. Yeah, which was the top of the wide receivers. Yeah. And his ADP was 17. That he was picked 17 overall.
Well, that's because was there like contract disputes and contract worry at the beginning of the season? So
yes, he did drop a little bit.
And real quick side note, you got Brian Thomas with the third pick of the second round in our rookie draft. So the 203.
Third pick. See, that's still second round.
Roma Dunze went before him. Xavier Worthy, Keon Coleman.
Right? Talk about, I don't have first round draft picks, but I'm still finding value in the draft.
Oh, yeah.
I'm finding these diamond in the roughs.
Well, they got me. I took Marvin Harrison first round.
You can call me the John Snyder of my team.
Right.
Okay, my second guy, this guy was on one of the best teams in the league not in regular season, and that's Justin Jefferson.
Yes.
He's the one who helped that quarterback to be as good as he was.
Yes.
So he had 103 receptions on 1,500 yards. About that. And his ADP was 4. That's why he didn't take the number 1.
Gotcha.
Because he was the 4th pick overall.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm going to say it as written because it would just be me saying it online. We already caught this one earlier, and that's Austin St. Brown, which is Amon-Ra St. Brown. I strike again. It just sucks that we caught it off the air.
I know, right?
So Amon-Ra St. Brown, obviously on one of the best teams in the league too. And he's just been good since his rookie season. He's been steady. I mean,
I think he he started pretty slow his rookie season, but like second half of that season, he just kicked it into overdrive.
Once again, he's one of those guys that was probably drafted late by me.
Yeah, probably.
I had him on my team. I drafted him. I mean,
Mhm.
so Dynasty, definitely.
Cool.
You can take chances on the lower, just wide receivers if they're not drafted or later rounds. Put them on your team anyways. You don't
Well,
know who's going to break out.
I think we mentioned this in the off season or somewhere at the beginning of the season, but friggin' second or end of the season rookie wide receivers, when they're showing promise, they're usually fantastic their second year. So like people might be leaving them for dead and like go pick them up. They might just be like your wide receiver one next year.
And it takes 2 to 3 seasons anyways
Oh yeah,
for
especially with
rookies to
that
break
position.
out.
Yeah.
With wide receivers, it takes a couple years to break out. These rookies breaking out in the first year is kind of unmentionable. I mean, it's you don't see it that often, but you're seeing it actually more often, actually.
Oh yeah.
But
I
it's like,
saw a stat the other day. I don't know how accurate it was, so I'm just gonna take it at face value for what it was. Marvin Harrison like had a terrible rookie year, but second year, who knows? It was a stat
yeah,
comparing his dad's rookie season and his rookie season. They're almost identical, and Marvin Harrison's a Hall of Fame wide receiver.
carrying on the family tradition.
Yeah, like he's probably gonna be fine once they get Kyler out of Arizona and get like a real size quarterback. He'll be
They
great.
need they need a better quarterback.
Yeah,
I mean,
need somebody who can see over the offensive line.
Yeah. Who does he think he is? Russell Wilson?
Right? God, man.
So, the fun division, tight end.
Yeah. Yeah, so tight ends, I mean, really it I know we kind of play similarly and we just stream the tight end position most of the time. But if you can get one of the top guys, awesome. Um, there's not a whole lot of them every year. So all three of mine pretty much went undrafted or maybe like the last round or two of your drafts. But overall in the season, they finished at 4, 7, and 8. So my first one is Jonnu Smith. I mean, he didn't have a ton of great games, but between weeks, let's see, 9, actually from week 9 through the rest of the season, he didn't go below tight end 17, and he was in the top 10 most of those weeks. So he really helped at the end of the season.
That is a good pick. I like him. Jonnu Smith, he's had his moments.
Yeah, and I know being the top, number 5 tight end, like he only scored 11.9 points that week because the tight end position sucks.
Yes.
Like, it just kind of is what it is. So that being said, my second guy, Tucker Kraft. Less good games, but still tight end position. He came in handy from time to time. And I'll just move on to my next one because I'm tired of talking about tight ends already. That's Sir Zachary Ertz from the Commanders that we've already been talking about for quite a bit.
Zach Ertz, yeah, he's been around for a while too.
Oh yeah, former Eagle, still love the guy. But yeah, he had some weeks where he was in the top 10, and then his worst games he was in the 40s, 30s, but like he was fairly solid for you. For streaming the position, he was a pretty decent one.
Right.
And then I did want to just mention Taysom Hill.
Hey, I mean, I like that.
I feel like completely ignoring what he did this season would just be kind of disrespectful.
Well, he did get injured.
Yeah, so he missed, let's see, 1, 2, 3. He missed 9 games on the season. So
So yeah,
only
he
played,
missed half the season.
yeah, he only played 8 games. But when he played, he was, and this is at the tight end position.
Right.
He was 21, 30, number 1, 29, 5, 16, 1, 23. And when he was the number 1, he had 38.5 points.
See, that's not bad for a tight end.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
tight ends are usually not number one.
no.
You know?
Well, the number 1 at the tight end position.
Oh, at the tight end position. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
He
I
just
mean,
happened
but
to score 38.5 points, which might have been up on the wide receiver list.
the tight end position's not a dominant position. I mean, they're
No.
usually third or fourth read to begin with, unless you're a Kelsey.
Yeah. Well,
You
and
know,
the way the Saints use Taysom Hill, they use him as everything. In
Right.
that, so week 11, when he had 38.5 points, the dude had 138 rushing yards. Like, he only had 50 receiving yards on 8 catches. And he had 3 rushing touchdowns.
they use him for
Nobody
rushing
expects that
too.
from a tight end.
Nope. And especially when the tight end's actually a quarterback.
Yeah. Now, he is 34 years old
Yep.
as of right now. He's getting older, been injured. I don't know if he has a ton of value going forward.
No,
But this
I
season,
don't.
when he was on the field, it was hit or miss, but when he hit, it was pretty good.
If you think about what he is and what he's become and how they've used him throughout the years, he's had a pretty good career.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
Highest
gotten
paid
his
gadget player I've ever heard of.
he's gotten his bags of money.
Mhm.
So it's like, as far
And
as
people know who he is. People know his name, so
he's not gonna
he's
have
doing
a
something right.
bust in the Hall of Fame or anything, but
No.
but he's had a great year, a great career, and he had
Yeah.
nothing to, he had something to be proud of, and he's been with the same team the whole time.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, he got hurt, so I think he finished as the tight end 21, which just going
not
the
that
tight end
bad.
position, the dude played 8 games
Yeah.
and he finished as the tight end 21. No tight end's good.
Okay, my tight ends, I just went with the most points.
And truly, your tight ends, yours are the tight end MVPs. Mine, I had to scrape the barrel to find those things.
And I got the rookie as number one. There's a rookie that had
Yeah.
the most tight end points for fantasy football, and that is Brock Bowers.
He had the greatest rookie tight end season of all time.
Yeah.
I know there's extra game, blah, 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 whatever. He still had the greatest freaking season of all time.
Yeah, Brock Bowers was great for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Raiders are not
almost
great for
broke-
him, but
He was close to breaking, like, not rookie records, but, like, records.
yeah,
The dude was that good.
yeah. So going forward, Brock Bowers might be someone to target.
Especially because that team really sucks.
I do have a number one draft pick I could throw out. No.
I think
But
it'll
anyways.
be hard to get Brock Bowers off of somebody.
Number 2, George Kittle. He had a pretty decent season this year. He had a great season. And then
He's always getting written off, and then he always does great.
right. Well, also, that tight end or that wide receiver in San Francisco was injured a lot of the times.
The whole
And
team was injured a lot of times.
that team's always injured. I mean,
When
it's
you're on your,
usually
like,
the
fifth
running
string
backs.
running back. Yeah.
It's usually it was the running backs because their main running back was out the whole season almost. But
Yeah.
he was definitely the MVP of that team, obviously.
Oh,
He
for
was,
sure.
because he was one of their number one targets. And then my third one is Trey McBride.
Yeah.
He turned out to finally having a good season.
Well, I think a lot of that was the Kyler problem.
Yeah. Yeah, that team does have a problem, and I'm not just saying that as a rival of the Birds.
Seahawks, not
Yes,
not
the
the bird,
rival.
the other birds.
I was thinking
Bird.
I'm a rival of the Cardinals.
Yeah.
The Bird. I forgot that the Seahawks were a bird.
I wonder how many times I've said "Go Birds" in this video. Hey, if you count how many times I've said "Go Birds," leave a comment.
Go Birds.
And Howard too. Screw it.
I mean, go Birds, which means go Seahawks, Cardinals, Falcons, Eagles. Any other birds on the team?
No, when you hear "Go Birds," you know who people are talking about.
Go Birds?
All right, fair enough.
All right. And I do not have any honorable mentions.
Yeah, Taysom Hill was the only one just because of the injury and everything and how he was playing before.
Yeah. But good. All right. I like it. Let's see. Since I had the timer restarted on my end,
Oh,
so I don't know where we're at time wise. I know we're at.
I know we had a couple minutes of dead time, but we're at about 47 right now.
Oh, okay. So, how long? Thing you mentioned you want to go through.
I was just gonna mention like where they finished and how they kind of did when they played, kind of thing, just like a recap overview of them.
Oh yeah, let's go for it. We're gonna recap the our shotgun players of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of see we made our shots. We called them. See how we did on them. We'll start with yours since I got it pulled up on the screen here.
Okay.
First one I got for you is Jackson Smith and Jigba, JSN. I don't have their draft positions like ADP wise or anything. So I'll just go with how they finished. He finished as the wide receiver number 10 in terms of points on the season.
That's not bad.
So the first 8 games of the season didn't look good. His highest finish was number 12, week 2. And then besides that, his highest finish was number 30.
Ooh.
Week 9, he was the number 1 wide receiver on the week. They had a bye week, and then 12, 11, 34, 15, 23, 7. And then the last 2 games we're just not going to talk about. So I'd say that's a win for you, man. That's a good call.
Top 10. You know.
Yeah. We're getting outperformed. I believe he outperformed DK Metcalf.
Yep.
He is definitely the 2, if not the 1 on that team now. Like
That's
Tyler
why
Lockett's irrelevant.
Yeah, he's getting close to the end of his road.
I could see him playing next season and then being done after that, probably.
Yeah. So.
So your oh my god, your second shotgun player. He wasn't a starting quarterback at the beginning of the season, but he finished as the quarterback 24. Russell Wilson finished as the quarterback 24. Did not play the first 6 weeks of the season.
That's. Oh, I'd say that's good.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to call it a win, but like it's kind of a win. Like, he didn't change your team, but like you were pretty happy having him on there if you needed to throw him in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first game I used him, he was a dud, but the second game during my actual bye that I needed for my quarterback, Josh Allen's bye, he actually did pretty good for me. He did what he needed to do he was scoring at that point. That was when Josh Allen wasn't scoring that much anyways. So he was scoring just as much as Josh Allen would have for me.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, his lowest quarterback finish on the week was 26. He had a 26, a 25, 24, 22, but then he also had 3, 4, 9. So
yeah,
you just had to play the right game.
Yep. So okay, 2 for 2.
And then yeah, it's gonna stop there.
Your
third one was finished as the running back 35, was injured towards the end of the season, Austin Eckler.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he had a top 5 finish. He was number 5 against Pittsburgh. He was 14, 15, 16, but then he was 20s, 30s, 40s the rest of his games. He had is it Brian Thomas? No, who's the
Brian
the young running
Robinson.
back. Ryan Robinson.
Yeah.
He was getting most of it.
He was clearly the number one on that team.
Oh yeah.
So
So I'd say you missed a little on that one. But,
yeah, I was a lot of hopeful because he was on my team.
oh,
And he ended up riding the bench most of the season.
oh yeah.
Well, it started when he
All
got
right.
hurt. So
Oh yeah. All right, we'll move into mine. So my first.
oh,
one
did
I'm
we
gonna go
only
over-
pick 3? Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot how many we picked.
So my first one, I want to call him a win, but I don't think it was. He finished as the wide receiver 27. Calvin Ridley.
Oh, yes.
He had a couple of good games. He finished as the number 7, number 3, but then other than that, he had a couple where he was in the teens. Oh, he had a number 5 finish as well, but then he was like 60s, 80s. One week he was 103. So like that team also needs a quarterback because Will Levis stinks.
Yes, and that's
Yeah.
part of his problem. If he had a good quarterback, he might do better. He might
He had over 1,000 yards.
I mean, that's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah. Only
but
4
he
touchdowns.
still can't. He hasn't been able to get back to his level of way he was several years ago because he just doesn't have a quarterback who can throw the ball.
Yeah,
and
I don't think that's going to change anytime soon, really. So,
yeah, he just needs to get on a better team.
yeah.
But I mean, with his track record right now, unfortunately, a lot of the other better teams are going after other players.
Yeah.
You know, so yep, that's
Yeah. So my next 2 guys, they both ended the season on IR. So my first one, I'll go with Evan Ingram. He missed the last 4 games. He played the first game, missed the next 4, and then played that chunk in between. He finished as the tight end 34. His highest finish was number 5, and then he had 12, 18, 14, 15, 20. So he was okay, but like not really at the same time. But again, Trevor Lawrence, not a freaking great quarterback. And then he got injured as well. So I'll take the L on that one.
yeah, Trevor Lawrence. He's shown a little bit here and there, but he's just not stepping it up.
Yeah, he's not what people thought he was going to be.
Yeah,
And it happened. I mean, whatever, man.
God, it happens a lot in the NFL. People don't understand. It's like they've been spoiled by some of these quarterbacks coming out, like Justin Herbert and
Even he had a down year last year.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. A lot of them coming out just on fire the first season, and they're Hall of Fame material right away. But you forget about those lesser ones that you're going to have the lesser ones. You're going to have bad ones, right?
Oh yeah,
too.
Yeah, there's
they're not all going to be
great quarterbacks. There's not.
Just because you draft a quarterback in the first round, Daniel Jones, doesn't mean you're a good quarterback.
Yeah, and just because you're the team starter does not mean you're a good quarterback. Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell, looking at you guys. Sorry,
well,
Gardner,
I believe Gardner Minshew knows who he is. He is a.
Oh yeah, and he's totally cool with it, which he should be. He's awesome.
He is a cartoon character for the team, you know?
Yes.
He is there just to have. He's the mustache.
Yeah. Mustachio. All right. Gardner Minshew was not my third shotgun player. But Rashee Rice was. Now, this one, technically speaking, he finished as the wide receiver 98. He only played in 4 games. He only really played in 3 games because he played 6% of snaps in that 4th game where he got injured. Has no stats. But the first 3 weeks, super small sample size, I get it. But wide receiver 16, 17, 5. He got 9 targets, 6 targets, 14. And turned that into 103 yards, 75 yards on a touchdown, 110 yards on a touchdown.
I would
The dude was
almost,
looking good.
I would almost consider that a win for you there.
Oh, thank you. I need one. Yeah, because if he didn't get injured and he kept going like that, like he could have been up there with Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson.
Yes.
And the Chiefs might have like legitimately have been 15-2 instead of bullshit 15-2.
Yeah, they probably would have handily because they would have had a running game after that. Or no, he's a wide receiver. No, whatever.
Also, Pacheco got injured, and he was a runner.
Yes,
for
that's
one of
who
my
I
guys.
was thinking of.
Oh,
that's who I was
my guy.
thinking of.
Sorry, wrong show. Shotgun. It was one of my shotgun players. God damn it.
Alrighty. All right. So you had injuries that what messed up yours.
Yeah, and Calvin Ridley was the only guy that didn't really get injured, and he swing and a miss on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happened. Whatever. You did pretty good.
Yeah, with 3 for 3.
Yeah, I'll argue Russell Wilson, but okay.
Okay, yeah, you could argue Russell Wilson. But, not bad for only 11 games.
Well, yeah, not bad for being the second string quarterback at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. No, he was always the emergency quarterback.
Well, no, he was injured. That's why he was the emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, that's true. He was supposed to be the starter, and then he got injured.
And it was apparent that they were definitely going to keep him as a starter when he came in as a starter when he was healthy. I mean,
Worked out for him. Made the playoffs.
All right. I think that should do it for today.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody enjoyed themselves. Remember Austin St. Brown's out there.
Yep. Go trade for Austin.
Actually, Austin St. Brown is an actor for Power Rangers. He's the Red Ranger from the original.
Okay.
That's Austin St. Brown.
Red Ranger fucking catching balls from Jared Goff.
Right. Oh, here's a blast from the past. You're going to enjoy this. That was a knee-slapping fun.
Oh, yes. Little inside family joke there.
Yeah. From back when you were a little.
Yeah, right. To all Eagles and Bills fans, good luck this weekend. Yeah. To all Commanders fans, good luck, but I hope you lose. And to all Chiefs fans, I don't care.
Take your towels and shove it.
Right. You too, Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think they should just put paper over her suite.
Just like frost the windows, have it like that one-way glass so she can still see out, but nobody can see in.
The private jet that she flies on has issues and she cannot leave the state that she's in. And she cannot make the game. So the Taylor Swift mojo is no there.
They'll still talk about it. They'll pan up to the empty seat in the suite where Taylor Swift would be.
Oh, they'll probably pipe her in for, have her talk on the radio.
Yeah, she'll be on FaceTime the whole time.
That's horrible.
Anyways,
we hope you enjoyed it. Please like us, rate us, talk to us, give us questions, do whatever you want. Tell your friends, please.
Yeah, spread the word. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. So, thank you for listening. You've been listening to the Fantasy Tailgate Podcast with Howie and Will. Or The Will.
Yeah, The Will. See you guys. Go Birds.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Tailgate Podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe to help us continue to grow. Also,